There needs to be classes, in my opinion, to educate people. I didn't say men. To educate people on exactly what they're getting into. Because at one time in this world, a marriage was between man, woman, and God. No. A marriage is basically saying, I'm such a sucker for this person. I'm willing to allow them and their government to run my life. And if it go bad, that person and their government determines what happens to me. Are you ready for that with your hard working ass? It don't matter how hard you worked. If you allow this to happen to you, you're going to lose. Unless you hit rock bottom. If you ain't got no money.
What's going on with YouTube? Welcome back to Yo's 101 TV. I have another reaction video for you today. This is coming from THPP Network Studios. So they got some really good content. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the description so you can go check out the original content without me reacting to it if you want to look at it that way. But if everybody wants to see me react to the video, stay right here and we're gonna get to it, all right? But this right here is covering the Dwight Howard situation, where his wife already filed for divorce within only six months of the marriage. So we're just gonna cover that and see what they're talking about, see what she's talking about, see what he's talking about. So if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like for the algorithm for me. Comment. Love having a conversation with you. And if you do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping the videos.
Woman in the room, are you legally married to my girl, Amy Luciani?
Oh, yeah. There's always some rumors, but just keep that side of my life private so everybody ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
Keep that private and keep it moving.
I got some of the craziest cars I could have had. Brabus, this car was $1.2 million. 6x6, big old truck. $1.2 million, Rolls Royces, Maybachs, all these cars. Sold all of them. Got 2 cars back, but they was better than all of them.
Yeah.
Drive better, feel better, cost effective. Got rid of everything I had from my past life. End up meeting my wife. Everything I got back greater because I was willing to give up. What are you willing to give up to get?
You see what I mean, man? Like, give it some time, bruh. Like, people jump in relationships and then start just boasting in relationship, thinking everything is sweet and good, and then you end up looking stupid when the relationship doesn't work in a few months. Like, I've dated women and women wanted to be with me, but I keep it under wraps until I know for a fact, because I would be the same way, looking stupid. People look dumb when you're trying to boast your relationship very, very early on before you really even know each other. And for example, on them, they got married, didn't even know each other, and a divorce happened in 6 months. It's ridiculous.
6 months later.
Yeah, so Amber, or Amy, as people might know her from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, there's been conversations about the fact that she filed for divorce only after 6 months of them being married, and people are basically saying she did it for his money.
She cited that her marriage to Dwight Howard is irretrievably broken with no prospects for reconciliation. Day after that, which is July 2nd, they both filed restraining orders on each other, all right? She's asking the court that all marital assets and properties be divided equally between her and Howard. She also requested alimony from the court.
And this is my...
Now, if this is true, I mean, laws literally have to change. Like, what do we have to do to get the laws changed? Because the laws are way, way outdated. I'm pretty sure these laws were put in effect when women really couldn't work like that. And once the divorce is over, they had no means to support themselves. But now, if women want to talk about, oh, we make more money than the men now. Hey, if you guys are making more money than us, why does men still have to come out of pocket when the marriage does not work? You shouldn't have to come out of pocket anymore. The laws for divorce and how it does not benefit men and how it only benefits women, and it's actually weaponized against men. And it's really scaring men away from marriage in the first place. And a lot of women try to say, well, you don't have to worry about that. That's rich people problems. No. I know men who worked factory jobs for 30 years, have a really good 401k. And once that divorce happens, guess what? They have to split that 401k that they worked 30 years for with their wife. And then their wife goes and gets another guy, and now the other guy is benefiting off 30 years of work that a man put in and had to give half of it to his wife. Make it make sense.
Question to you. Should she be able to take 50% of his money?
No.
Should women be able to marry a man for 6 months and then take half of everything? Did you know 67% of high net worth women got rich due to divorce?
She's never yours, it's just your turn. She wants him.
Ain't that crazy? 67% of women who gain wealth is because of the divorce. So basically, they just marry in and take all the guy's money. Tiger Woods, for example, yeah, he did what he did, but why should his wife be able to get $100 million from a divorce? $100 million. Why should she be able to get that? Because he had an affair? I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
To pay her, the lower earner spouse, so that she can keep maintaining and living the same lifestyle as if they were still married.
Amber, or Amy, posted a statement yesterday, and she said, whatever you worked for is yours. I'm not that type of woman. She says that she actually has that in text. And she says she's the one who brought up a prenup first, and he declined. She says, I do not want any of his assets. I do not want half of anything that he earned or obtained before me. Not a car, not his properties, not his business. These rumors do not align with my character. Believe it or not, some of us women really date/marry for love.
But if you are,
I did see something about that, her posting that. And if that's true, and she really posted that, that should be able to be used in court, and she shouldn't be able to get anything because she literally said it, typed it out, put it on the internet. If these courts can hold rappers accountable for lyrics and tweets and Instagram posts, they should be able to hold women accountable for posting that they wanted nothing from the divorce. He should have everything he worked for, his cars, money, houses, etc., no spousal support, and guess what? That should be upheld in court. She should get nothing.
Are a person who finds ways to work and rise, you don't need a marriage license in the United States of America. I'm just giving you the game. I hope you listen to me. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. And if you're a man, especially if you're an African American male, you're on the tail end of this contract. You're the least important person, and they're going to show you that. Especially if you got kids with her. Especially if y'all got property or properties. Especially if your big black done bought a Rolls Royce. Who you think going to leave with that Rolls Royce? They going to be like, oh, he bought a Rolls Royce with his black. Get that knucklehead who half-decked at the BET Awards his Rolls Royce.
Coming into the league at 18, I ain't know nothing about money, nothing about how to protect myself from women, protect myself from scammers, agents. I was green as hell coming into the league because the only thing I knew was basketball. You know, we didn't get taught financial literacy, to choose correctly when it comes to the woman that you want to be with. Hey, you got to get all the cars, and you got to try to get the best girls. Like, you got to have the best houses. All these things is ego-driven things. You know what I'm saying? That,
like I said, I have given millions of dollars in child support.
So you really, I'm thinking we say you're paying child support. You just say I'm giving them. You actually physically pay like real court-appointed child support?
Yes. So we have been to court.
So why should any man, just because he has a child with a woman, why should he have to pay millions of dollars for child support? As long as the child's taken care of, it does not take millions of dollars to take care of a child. So basically what that's doing, which we all know, it's taking care of the child, the mother, and whoever else the mother has in her life. A lot of men pay child support, and it actually benefits another man. It literally benefits another man. You can call it what you want to call it. Oh, well, I have to do this for my child, do that. Well, no, because that basically, I know guys who just work regular jobs who are paying basically half their ex's rent in child support. So basically, they get an extra $700 a month. Their rent or mortgage is $1,400 a month. That's half of that right there. But you still have to pay for your own. The law's got to change, man. It's ridiculous.
And I have paid my child support. I've done my duty as a father to pay for that child support. Now, when I have paid child support, you cannot come back and say, well, it's I don't have any more. You need to give me more, or it's a problem. Like those things should
don't use the courts.
Yeah.
Marriage is an old concept. Don't do it. Get a contract where both of y'all decide together what y'all gonna do with each other in case this sucker ass union goes sour. And if you these hoes, or if you look happy, it's gonna go sour. Mark my word.
I just think it's sad. You already knew what Dwight Howard was about. You married him anyway and divorced him. This is why nobody takes, I'm not gonna say nobody, but a lot of y'all in the industry, they don't take you serious. Why you just couldn't just get your cheeks clapped and just go? No, you got to get married, get divorced, and go head on and like a bum.
We had gotten, word that before the marriage even started on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? He had put her out of the house and, she left. And then she hit me back up weeks later when she was back at the house, talking about, will you please remove that post about my husband? I said, Miss Beard, you want me to remove the post about your husband? Lavender marriage? And he's in Miami playing basketball. And he's outside, very much comfortable with one of his long-term side chicks, and her name is Ashley. Amy has been at the house in Atlanta. He was trying to force her to get pregnant.
How is it a long-time side chick when he been single? She's probably a newly side chick, but he's been single. And he's always popping out with a woman. And they always putting this rainbow stuff on him. I mean, I don't like to put that on nobody, man. He says he ain't. What proof do we know about that? You know what I mean? Like, it's been rumors like about that since way before like this YouTube stuff, like way back in the day, just because of his mannerisms and how he acts and stuff like that. But I don't like to just put that on people like that.
But apparently she refused.
She got that I sell shea butter face.
She
I'm just saying. She sells shea butter or something.
So that's what.
That's
Anyway,
why she got blew up.
that didn't work out with him.
Tired of selling
so-
shea butter.
And Amy, she ain't too easy on the eyes. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You can put all the weave you want to put in. You can do all the workouts you want to do. That lady without makeup, even with makeup, is very harsh. And it's giving Kitty, his long-term side chick. Kitty got a strong...
Breaking news. Now, we have been seeing little things about Dwight Howard over the years that made us think that he wasn't the most heterosexual man in the world. And then folks just outright asked him, Dwight Howard, are you into male-on-male booty clapping?
But just be you, be free.
Meaning you're not gay.
I'm not gay. So it's a lot of people who are, and they have to hide. And it's people who have mental issues and they have to hide. It's people who have different problems in life and they have to hide. They have to put on a mask every day. It's like, well, I don't want to wear no mask. I just want to be.
Well, he lied about it because we found out that he admitted that in fact he does like depositing in Fudgetown.
Oh, I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not super into all that celebrity stuff like that, but man, yeah, he said O'Shea Duke O'Shea Duke Jackson's funny, man. Y'all gotta check him out too, man. He funny than a mug, man. He said male on male booty cheek clapping, man. It's diabolical. That is crazy.
Over there, enrolling himself at Clap House University, Atlanta. But somehow he was able to still get this beautiful young lady to marry him, Amy Luciano. Now,
I don't know if it's the truth or not. I'm gonna leave it to you, polite savages and lady polite savages, to speculate on this man's sex life and sexual preferences. That's not the evidence that I'm looking at. But what I'm looking at is this one, Amber Rose struggle rapper 304, with what it seems like her fans out on TikTok creating AI videos, saying, oh no, she ain't no gold digging hoe. But it's actually Dwight Howard himself that's been selfishly holding on to his money tight and living the high life, while she's out here trying to be a dutiful wife and entrepreneur. And of course, a struggle 304 rapper.
Even though they didn't sign a prenuptial agreement, Amy asked for an equal division of their assets, even if it meant giving up a lot of her money. Amy's career is booming.
You believe that?
She's active in music and reality, television, and Howard, despite his aura, has not been able to shake off the shadow of his previous scandal. He's moody and erratic, according to a source. He's often pressured in the name of prayer and the Bible. He's attempted to dominate what Amy says and does. This spiritual oppression gradually made Amy feel like she was being transformed into a subordinate. In public, he was a gentle prodigal son, but at home he was a volatile man with little regard for Amy's career or emotional needs.
What it really comes down to is that Dwight Howard didn't care that she was a 304 rapper. What he really wanted her to do and make her into is a dutiful wife that's subordinating herself under his command and spiritual guidance. Dwight Howard's been diving deep right into his spiritual studies, but he's also making a smart play by making him appear on paper as a broke, because he's
Like, to be honest, until she came out dating Dwight Howard, I had no idea who she was at all. I had no idea who this chick was, for real. I didn't know she was a rapper. I didn't know what she did. I thought she was just a normal chick that he just found and was gonna marry. Yeah, so she probably didn't want to live that wife life, didn't want to listen to do what she wants to do. And that's not the type of woman that he wanted. And I mean, you should have known that before you even married her. Like, come on. If the marriage only lasted 6 months, unless something like really, really crazy happened, which they're not coming out and saying that it did, you should have known you shouldn't have married her. You should have known that. Because not just 6 months, you realize that you guys need to get a divorce. There was always some things that already happened before you even married her. You should have never married her. What are you thinking?
He's already been through the ringer more than twice, paying child support and paying in divorce courts to see if she's really after his heart or after his money.
When I was coming up, I was trying to get in contact with the owner of our team a lot. To ask him, hey man, I'm 18, man. You done put a lot on me. Like, how do I handle this? Like, y'all, give me somebody to talk to or something. Because, calling the owners and the president of the team, like, hey, I need a little help. Nobody in my family ever had a $500,000, $1 million before, right. And I got a lot of it. What is this?
Trying to build that relationship.
Yeah, like how do I become an owner of something? How do I manage this money? How do I, keep myself from myself in all these different situations? I just came up with vets who would say, hey, you gotta have as much work as you can. We're talking about Frank Lucas and all that. That work, all right. We talking about soft legs.
Right. Gotcha.
Female.
Gotcha.
Those is the work. That's what they would call them. So,
but as we can all tell, what the facts and the evidence shows and proves is that she's going after the alimony. Now that's my own theory. I don't know if you got one yourself, but what it really shows is that he wants a female, a wife that's cooperative, friendly, and submissive, instead of a woman that's chaotic, masculine, and dismissive.
Well, I did see the tweet or the Facebook post or whatever she posted. I think not Facebook, Instagram. There was an Instagram post where she did come out and say that she didn't want anything. So like I said in the beginning of the video, that should be able to be used in court by his lawyers. Like, look, she said she didn't want anything from him. They've only been married 6 months. She shouldn't get a dime. She shouldn't get she shouldn't get a penny of his money. 6 months? Like, come on, dude. Like, no. And if you really are trying to get money from him, yes, it was definitely a setup and it was definitely a scam, and she definitely scammed him into marriage to try to get some of his money. And he's on here talking about him being young and naive with all this money and how he was reaching out to people who would help him and all that. At his age now, he's in his 40s. He should be able to know not to be getting married to a woman like this. I know you've talked to people. I know you've had these conversations. You shouldn't have ever got married to this woman. So it shouldn't even be a question where you should be paying her, because you should have never married her in the first place.
He played the smart move by hiding all of his assets behind an LLC, a trust, or some other ways, where the struggle rapper could not get her hands into the cookie jar, which may be the very reason the struggle rapper wannabe reality star, whereafter she dropped her phony guard and went for the divorce, making a statement that she's gonna be leaving with something as she went hard in the paint and hard cheats.
No wonder Amy Luciani walked away from Dwight Howard. Amy Luciani isn't just anyone. She's a self-made woman, musician, influencer, podcast host, entrepreneur. Sure, he used to be an NBA star, but lately, he was barely around, didn't show up financially, and emotionally seemed miles away. Second, she was footing the bill while he was living large.
And when she
who is making these dumb AI voiceover videos? Like, get out of here. You don't even know them. And he has way more money than her. Talking about.
Realized the money parade wasn't gonna be raining down on her, she did whatever she can to get Dwight Howard to lower his guard, and then lawyered right up. Because you know these reality stars wannabe struggle rappers are facing economic dire situations. And so what does she gotta go do? She goes and takes the old playbook by employing the tactic and strategy of the basketball wife gold-digging hoe pension.
According to the court docs, Dwight had no reliable income, yet somehow his monthly spending hit 6 figures. Luxury cars, high-end homes, vacations, and the kicker? He wants Amy to pay for his divorce lawyers too.
Y'all saying, oh, this is why athletes don't date or marry black women. This is why this, that, and the third, da, da, da. My thing is, the only difference is y'all know damn well white women and foreign women are going to let you cheat in peace. Y'all know they're going to let y'all be half of a man in peace. That is the difference. So make it make sense. And that's your problem now. The problem is not the women. It's the athlete. It's the man. That's what the problem is.
Now, lady.
And hold on, I'm going to just tell y'all this. That is the problem in our community, actually, in the black community, is everybody think they should have a rapper or an athlete or an entertainer or a famous a streamer or something like that. What about the regular guys who works the finance job, the marketing job, who works as a mechanic, or you know what I mean? They don't think about those guys. They don't. The thing that the black community looks at is celebrities and their relationships, and that's what we should be striving to be. No, that's the whole thing. Other communities don't do that. They marry who's around them. They marry regular people. But she's talking about athletes and all that. No one really cares. You know what I mean? But this is just only reason I do this and show, because this actually trickles all the way down to people who are not multimillionaires off of entertainment like they are, because this happens every day in everyday life. Even to guys who just work regular 9-to-5 jobs. It happens.
Respectfully, case in point, bring up Tiger Woods and his ex-wife, or many other women, different races and lacking melanin, are not willing to put up for cheating. Miss Lady, that's a straight up cop-out. Because when it comes to it, it all remains the same that every Damon in every race have proven time and time again that they initiate the divorces first in majority of the times. And if they got the ability to go right for the jugular and get the man for all that he's got, his assets and his money, damn right she's going for that alimony and that payout.
And you know, when you're rich, the more money you get, you don't attract better people. Like, no one ever said, man, I want some money, so I'll get some good people. No, the more money you get, you attract the worst kinds of people, types of people, everything.
Tell other adults, anybody that's coming into.
And that's just a fact. I mean, I know when you get even just a little bit of money. Let's say if you just a regular person, you come up on $50,000, and people know that, even just 50,000, people treat you different. People do treat you different, and you have more people starting to come around and trying to see what you got and see what you're doing, even with just a little bit of money like that. Because really, $50,000 is a lot, but it's a little at the same time. But thinking about getting millions, yeah, you got all these people coming after you, and like, and that's why, I mean, how do you see not know this by now? He's been literally took to the cleaners a few times already now, and you're still trying to marry. Like, what's the point? Why are you still trying to marry, man? You know what's gonna happen, and it only took 6 months. Hopefully, whatever court sees this, they can see right through it and see that she's on some BS. And if she is trying to go after his money, then this should be thrown straight out. It shouldn't even be really even seen. 6 months, come on, out of here. You know who he is. Nope, done. That's how it should be. But it's just a warning to men. I mean, even like I said in the beginning, even if a regular man with his 401k, a woman can tap into that and get half of that. And now what? You got half of your 401k that you saved up for to survive when you retire. Or if you can even retire now because half of your 401k is gone. It is what it is, man. But I don't know what men we need to do to get the laws changed, but they need to change, and need to change badly. Seriously. Otherwise, just don't get married. But then then people want to leave their legacy and have kids. When you have kids, it's the same way. You're going to get took to the cleaners over child support, and you're going to be paying for child support because you're probably not going to get, if you're not married, you're not going to get full custody of your children. You're not going to get primary custodian of your children. So you're really, man, we're cooked either way unless the laws change, and that is what it is. But with that being said, thank you for tuning into the video. Please subscribe. We got to that 500 subscribers mark, going up. Now the next goal, let's get to that 1,000. Help me get to that 1,000 subscribers mark. I really appreciate it. It costs you nothing. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for the algorithm, get my video out there a little bit more. Also comment. I love to see what you guys have to say about the topics that I review, and also hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping videos. And just like that, I'm out.